Alright, hello, good morning everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Mukluk Streams. I'm your charming, self-proclaimed, yet still humble host Mukluk. Today, we are finally getting to continue with more Rogue Trader. Just because of the schedule, the Christmas holiday made it to where we had to skip a few days of this, and I am eager to get back into it. Alright, let's see if we can remember where we left off last time. We had just landed on this planet, and we are checking out the situation and seeing what's going on. Phoebos 6 always was a penal world, but this, even the miscreants of this place, do not deserve such a fate. Good morning, Smashy. I see you. The dancing muck is so freaking cute. I agree with you, Grimortis. The man's body is frozen in an unnatural pose. The corpse's fingers are crooked and its teeth are bared in a ghastly grimace. The bodies have been twisted into a pose resembling a servile bow and bound with barbed wire. Ugh.
In this tapestry of
you can clearly see several thin cuts left by bladed weapons on the body. Hold on. What was over here? The broken, slashed, and gutted body is still covered with the shreds of a planetary warden uniform. And some loot, take that. The man clawed at his throat right before he died. The caustic ooze gives off a sickening vapor that eats away the lining of your nose and mouth, making your eyes water. Okay. This looks like a fight's about to break. Hi! Who are they if the Dark Ones found the governor at last? Who is this? Tazara, the tall, lithe Xenos, moves with the grace of an otherworldly predator. The creature gives you a dispassionate glance and casually speaks a few words that are immediately picked up by your elucidator. Mekandis, Alith, what is this? Has one of the sisters found an amusing trinket in the ruins and saved it as a special treat for the Archon? The Xenos gives a quick look over her shoulder toward the platform where a few more silhouettes in tar-black armor can be seen. Heinrichs narrows his eyes and gives the Xenos an appraising look. The Drukhari of this breed are known as Weeches, Muck von Luck. Weeches? They are experts at bloodletting in the arenas and on the battlefield. However, I am more intrigued in the ones skulking in shadows. Judging by their armor, they are high-ranking representatives of a cabal, a military clique from the Drukhari Demesne. It seems we have disrupted a vile performance for their distinguished guests. Let's go with this. By whose leave are you playing Lord on my world? The Xeno's eyes light up with interest. The monkey understands my speech. Where did you come by a device that can translate our language? Are you trying to impress me by appearing useful? Such words will earn you a bout in the ring at most, without weapons and soon without your skin. The humans scattered around you on the platform stare as if they've seen a ghost. The eyes of some betray their fear, others glare with bestial hatred, and yet more look upon you with hope. Who are you? My name is known to everyone on this planet, Monkey. I am Tazara the... Obviously not, because I just asked you. I am Tazara the Deliverer. Tazara the Benevolent, the one who grants respite from the choking grasp of this world. I decide who lives, who dies, and who finds new purpose for their existence in Kamarog's many arenas. Surely this is why you have come here, to fight for my ever-changing favor, and for the privilege of being the first to be chained. Address the fighters in the arena. How could you stoop to this? To killing one another for the amusement of the enemies of humanity? A hulking brute who can barely stand coughs up blood and wipes his lips. What was I supposed to lie down and die? The ones who survive the arena, the Xenos take them away. I saw humans boarding shuttles with my own eyes. They're going to take us away from here, you hear? This statement is false. You are supposed to furnish yourself with a means of respiratory protection and inflict maximum damage on the perpetrators before ceasing your vital functions. Oh my gosh. Scarred Gladiator. Yeah, who gives a about us convicts? The lanky buggers may keep me on a leash, but at least I'll be alive and not coughing up my lungs. How cruel you are to your unfortunate kin. These monkey have worked hard to entertain their elite audience. Each of them fights with a strength born of desperation, seeking to earn their place in my box of toys. There's always room for more. My toys do break so very easily. To be reduced to a Xenos plaything. A shameful fate for the scions of humankind. Abelard falls silent, shaking his head in dismay. I presume the toxic atmosphere is your doing? It could be, or perhaps my mere presence is enough to make base creatures like yourselves forget how to breathe. Tazara lets out a nasty chuckle. Are you really surprised by what happened? You wove the net right under your own feet. We merely knocked out the pin and drew it close tight around you. A couple of volleys of the seals of the underground well, and the planet, the one you had turned inside out, did the rest. I hereby declare you a Category 3 blasphemer for tampering with the sacred production cycle of this world's extractiums. The drill on Pascal's mechadendrite springs to life with a howling screech. And your brethren finished what the planet had started. Oh, how they strived to please me and my entourage. How they slaughtered and tortured their own kin for mine and my sister's delight. How they decorated this little arena with still living monkey. Do you think all that you see before you is the work of our hands? Think again. Well, this was a penal colony, so it was like a prisoner revolution, probably, when they saw an opening. You ravaged the planet, wiped out millions of people, made those who survived bend the knee. You will pay for this. Am I not paying for our mischief already? Am I not saving the worthiest among your kin, gifting them the right to die for the delight of my brothers and sisters? What kind of abhorrent ingratitude is this? From the dusk behind Tazara comes a cry. The distance between you and the Xenos is too great for the elucidator to interpret the words, but the tone alone speaks of irritation and impatience. Looks like the spectators grew bored when the performance hit a snag. Heinrichs reaches for his weapon. Tazara raises her blade and points at you. Tell the other monkey that whoever slits your throat will depart for their new home ahead of schedule, and tell them to hold nothing back. Tonight they dance for Euramiris herself, the great archon of the Cabal and the Reaving Tempest. Persuasion check. Turn to the fighters in the arena. Do you truly wish to die at the Xenos' behest? If we join forces now, we can end this senseless carnage once and for all. Success. Exhausted and defeated faces trade worried glances. The hulking brute next to you hesitates, then spits and breaks into a grin. We're going to die anyway, might as well do it without the heretic's brand. Slay the beast! Tazara emits a furious scream and takes a step back, signaling to her companions.
Let's see how to dismember you properly.
The sound of frightened
Alright,
prey.
quick save.
Tantalizing.
Alright, so... The yellow ones, wow. Dude, that persuasion check got me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 allies? I would have been completely surrounded if I hadn't done that. Alright, so how many enemies are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 5 witches and a Hecatrix. I don't know if these are actually hostile or if they're just watching. I'm not sure if Cassie is in range to attack. We're gonna find out. She is, okay.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Didn't say you were.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered
I'll
around.
tear your heart out for this.
If I may.
Okay, now it's Cassia's turn for real. If she goes up there, can she still hit them? Yes, she can.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Alright, she did some damage to that fella. Let's see. Give Argenta
I am a
another
navigator,
turn.
not a servitor.
That would be 52% chance to hit. Actually, wait. Doesn't she have a 100% chance to hit with bolt weapons? What's that?
Doubt is
22.
Let me
as the
educate you
Emperor
on the art
commands,
of
I
pain.
act. I'll do it.
Okay.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Okay, his turn now. Alright, it's Inspire on cast, increase her damage.
21 months and I still find you funny and entertaining. Mukluk love.
Unleash my fury.
Thank you, Winshark. I don't know if that's good taste or bad, but I'm glad you've got it.
I'm not accustomed to duty demands.
Agony.
One down.
What a pleasure.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
A wicked thought.
Now this place.
Oh my god. They are wrecking these prisoners. Oh shoot. Mark just took a big hit.
Faith in my emperor.
Oh, that pierced through and got the other guy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
I'll do it. As the emperor commands, I act.
Let's see.
My place is at the
Move
fort.
here. Wall of Rockery. Where are you in the story so far? Act 2 or 3? I think Act 2?
Indeed,
Rip.
it will be done.
Tried his taunt. A grenade.
You will pay for this in blood.
Okay.
Naturally.
Heal Muck. Do a buff. And...
Your last stroke of luck. Everyone, step aside.
Siphon Life. Alright, Pascal's turn.
You call this a strike?
Does his machine hack thing do anything to these guys? It does not look like it.
Woe to you. You will pay for this in blood.
Okay.
Me? If you insist, Lord Captain.
Pop him.
If I may.
This is why I was chosen. Strife is a prayer. Doubt is for the weak.
And let's see, who else?
Me?
Give him a
If
buff.
you insist, Lord Captain. I'm not accustomed to being ordered.
Oh
I
wow!
will
Made, all
tear
right, made her
your
hit her
heart out
teammate.
for this.
Hit really hard too. Finest hour. Give another ally an extra turn.
Another stroke of
Isn't
genius.
this a job for the serfs?
Your last stroke of luck.
Another cold painted black. I am a navigator, not a
this a
servitor,
strike.
if I may.
What? There's still one left. I'm bored of this farce, Tazara. Who rules in this arena? You or the monkey? Archon Eurymus. Eurymerimrus. Drakon Marezhai. You know the danger of repeating this misunderstanding. Your orders are command. Archon Eurymus. Okay.
Me? I with grace, at
This
least.
can't be over.
Alright, there's one left, but I don't have line of sight. Can I use this to
Isn't
move?
this a
Oh,
job for the
perfect.
serfs?
I was able to move them.
Woe to you.
Just cast killing 4 people in a row. No big deal. The surviving fighters turn their head toward you one after another. All eyes on the battlefield are glued to you. Iconoclast. Those who fought with me, get to the shuttle. As soon as we are away from here, I will give orders for the immediate evacuation of the remaining survivors. Found Mechanicus Creations. Alright. F5 to save. Let's see what we got. What is this? The body was partially flayed. In judging by the amount of blood, the victim was still alive when it happened. Oh god. Both because that's gross and because, surprise, we have an eye for that. The man died clutching his intestines as they spilled from his stomach. Ugh.
Patience! My nerves are frayed!
I'm not sure if Hecatrix is the name of that individual, or if it was the type of creature. The body is missing parts of its extremities. It was hacked to pieces with dozens of stripes.
What lies beyond?
Alright, I think I got everything. It's the class. They fled. Judging by the garb of these Xenos, they are not like the ones you killed before. Must have been their leaders.
One step at a time.
Okay. Seems like that's all I can do here. Ended up being kind of a one-room planet. A captain who calls himself the Master Inspector is in the market for human merchandise. This peculiar... Okay, I'll have to read that in a second. Phoebos 6 needs new convicts. Various dangerous literates and idle thinkers could supplement the workforce. Minus complacency, plus Drusians, plus plasteel and chemicals. Player character gains enemy of knowledge. Grants 5% damage against psychers and navigators. Huh. I'm not sure how good the -2 complacency is. Sure, let's do it. High factotum Janrus Danrock. I bring woeful news, Lord Captain. Prelate Hectarchius of the Order of the Hammer has passed away. Immediately after the launch of the orbital Vox Spire, he entered the halls of recording and, having sat on the command throne, was granted a vision. For over 3 days, he preached about Saint Cognatius being reincarnated in a body made from the saint's own holy relics. This spiritual feat depleted Prelate Hectarchius' strength, and he peacefully departed for the Emperor's throne shortly after the sermon's conclusion. The Order elders believe this to be a sign that Saint Cognatius' relics currently stored on planets throughout the expanse must be brought together. The Order is preparing for the election of a new prelate, under whose guidance it will be to undertake this holy mission. The majority of the votes are divided between Prioress Lugnalia, well known for her fervor, and the merciful Celar Tychon. The minority of the Order sees the Oikonomos Nigmus, a humble and reasonable man, as their prelate. Does Prelate Hectarchius' death not strike you as odd? I'm afraid it does not. The esteemed Hectarchius began his service as a battle missionary and has long grown weary of the peaceful life befitting a man of his status. He yearned for a worthy spiritual feat, and when presented with the chance to serve as the voice of a saint, he gave what little strength remained. When he died, he was exhausted but content. How does the Order intend to carry out this mission? The Conclave aims to procure all relics that once belonged to Saint Cognatius, all that can possibly be procured. Given that the saint is a legendary figure, many items in the Cronus Expanse have an alleged connection to him. However, it seems unlikely that any of the relic's owners will be eager to part with them. The answer to the question of how the Order of the Hammer is going to retrieve them depends on the identity of its next prelate. I wish to know more about the candidates. Prioress Lignalia was converted by Hectarchius on one of the heathen worlds. She then served as his bodyguard for many years and eventually became the protector of the Order's reliquary and the leader of its military branch. As for Brother Tychon, he is an aristocrat by birth. He had an excellent education and could have lived in luxury had he not renounced secular life for the sake of ascetic vows. He's intelligent, thoughtful, well-read, and most important, genuinely merciful. Few things can be said about the Oikonomos Nigmas. He has never been famous for his prowess in battle or his sermons, but the monastery has never wanted for anything on his watch. He is a most reasonable and unobtrusive individual. Sounds like Lunalia is gonna go, like, pick fights with everybody. Good morning, Lord Captain. Hi, Bluebell. What will my companions say? I have sympathy for Prioress Lugnalia. Let her meet with Reverend Hieronymus and Footfall. Should he accept her as a worthy leader, we ought to support her. Brother Tychon. He and I have met back when he was called Tychon Drivestem. He wasn't a monk back then. He was a grandson and heir to Urban, governor of Dargonus. An honorable young man with a spark in his eyes. His ascension would mean much to the Drivestems. I believe they said Tychon was, like, a good guy. Abelard, see to it that House Drivestem thanks us for the assistance we provided to their kin. Will do. I bet Urban never thought the boy would be of any use to the family. Now we will have to endure a decade of him boasting about the Drivestem blood that always strives for great heights. Brother Tychon has been chosen as the prelate of the Order of the Hammer. Peaceful emissaries departed from Foulstone for many planets to form alliances and reinforce spiritual ties with the holders of St. Cognatius' relics. This diplomatic mission will undoubtedly require sizable financial support. Not for me. House Drivestem has been informed of the honor granted to their family and has humbly requested to cover all expenses related to Prelate Tychon's endeavors. Oh, nice. Like I said, not for me. Alright, so we got a fourth slot here. I just watched the E-Girls at Chill Short. I was wheezy for You're welcome. Don't meet the requirements for any of the other stuff except this. Janus, Colony Reward Trophies. Can't get anything else here. Dargonus. I can get something here. Let's see. The genetic purges will be stopped. This world needs working hands times people. It's so confusing sometimes. Like, this says provisions X3 and this says efficiency +2. Why do some of them say times and some of them say plus? Maybe this is permanent income and this is a one-time thing? I don't know. According to the new doctrine, the disenfranchised will be servitorized or disposed of through hazardous work. -2 people, +3 efficiency. Shield of the Emperor. Hey, what's up?
Computer.
Do you have a mess on the table right now? Okay.
I just finished brushing my teeth.
Okay. Did you feature it?
Hmm?
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
And also I did have breakfast.
Hey, door. Gabe. Alright, Shield of the Emperor. More and more ships arrive in orbit around Dargonus. The agreement with the Navy allows the deployment of a permanent dock for void ships and repositories. Blocks the project Filth of the Expanse. The Lord Captain's void ship gains +5% crit against pirates. Alright, so plus 5,000 RP, plus all colonies. Alright, what is Filth of the Expanse? Minus security, but plus lots of illegal things. Plus 20% scrap for winning space battles. Let's see, more and more ships arrive in orbit around Dargonus. The reduction of duties and the reining in of customs will allow the black market to flourish, able to compete directly with Footfall. Get lots of interesting things, but then you get a, wait. The rogue trader's flagship is escorted by an armed frigate. What? That sounds amazing. Oh wait, no, we get the escort ship either way. Never mind. Alright, I'll do the one that has me less indebted to criminals. Okay. Already explored. Already explored. Already explored. Already explored. Alright. Let's go back here. Okay, so I still need to go there. So, let's see. Warp here. The vessel's confessors report discontent among the flock. During the traditional sermon before departure, a ritual chandelier's 100 candles were snuffed out at once. The missionaries attribute this incident to an open ventilation shaft, but the voidsmen noticed it and are whispering about an ill omen, fearing the woes that may soon come. The thing that has the highest chance of success is coercion. Organize punitive processions against everyone faltering in their belief. Success. A resounding condemnation of weakness of spirit and body led to arbitrary reprisals against anyone who dared even mention the troubles hanging over the crew. With the permission of the confessors, the voidsmen took the task of bolstering morale into their own hands and successfully quelled rising panic. Because of the candles? The Lord Captain retires to his study to ponder what the future holds. A while later, his thoughts are interrupted by a timid knock on the door. Who do you think's knocking, chat? I'm hoping it's the navigator. If it's Abelard wanting a booty call, I'm gonna be like, no. Abelard, no. Oh, it's Uwe. Oh, it's the navigator's servant. The lady navigator's valet greets you with a deep bow and humbly delivers a tasteful scroll inviting you to a private meeting. What, you just assuming I'm gonna go? It just instantly yoinks. Oh, that's right, I gave her her own library, right? Well, there's a bed there. Is this her, wait, is this her, like, her room? Cassia is completely absorbed in admiring the shelves of her new personal library, which are all but buckling under the weight of gilded and leather-bound tomes. Upon noticing you, she smiles, barely able to stop herself from rushing to meet you. Muck von Luck, how? How did you procure all these works? By the throne, even your personal collection doesn't have them. I would have remembered. So many unexplored worlds and stories. Dozens of unstudied essays. You! I am utterly astounded. Thank you. I could not have dreamt of a better gift. Her ruby eyes demurely hide behind her lowered lashes. I was not certain if engaging in this long-forgotten noble ritual was prudent of me, and yet you did everything in accordance with the customs of etiquette. I must admit I rather enjoyed this game. I hope you did too. I've had enough of these games. Yo, he asked permission to hold her hand. What an absolute degenerate, chat. Hand holding in this economy? Oh my god. Let's see.